When I married Lisa 8 years ago, I thought I had found the most honest and loving woman in the world. She was calm, caring, and rarely raised her voice. We lived a simple but happy life. Things started to change only recently. Small things at first, the kind that you tell yourself not to overthink. She began coming home late, often with vague excuses about extra shifts or helping a friend. I wanted to trust her, so I let it go. But deep down, something didn't feel right. One evening, while we were getting ready for bed, I noticed a small tube on her bedside table. It wasn't something I recognized. The label said, "Skin Renewal Gel." When I asked about it, she smiled nervously and said it was just skin gel she bought online. That small hesitation in her voice stuck with me. Lisa wasn't the kind to get nervous over something so simple. I brushed it off, but a quiet unease began to grow. Over the next few days, I noticed she guarded that small tube like it was made of gold. If I came into the room, she'd quickly put it away. Sometimes, late at night, I'd hear her walking quietly to the bathroom and staying there for a long time. When I asked what she was doing, she'd say she was applying her skin gel treatment. It sounded innocent enough, but one weekend, while she was at work, I checked the bathroom cabinet. The gel wasn't there. Neither were some of her small toiletry items. That was strange. It was as if she was taking her personal things out of the house every day. My curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to install a small security camera in our living room, just to calm my nerves. The following week, I tried to act normal. I greeted her the same way, joked the same way, and even kissed her goodnight. She didn't suspect a thing. But every night, when she said she was going to apply her gel, she'd leave the room for about an hour. Something in me told me I'd soon get my answers. 3 nights later, I finally checked the camera footage. My hands trembled as I opened the file. At first, I saw her walking into the living room, carrying her small purse. She sat on the couch, took out her phone, and began typing rapidly. Moments later, there was a knock on the back door, a soft, deliberate one. My heart began to race. She opened the door, and a man stepped inside. I recognized him instantly. It was Alex, a coworker she had mentioned a few times. He looked around nervously, then hugged her tightly. My stomach dropped. The two of them sat together, whispering and laughing quietly. After a few minutes, Lisa reached into her purse and took out the same small tube, the so-called skin gel. But instead of using it herself, she handed it to him. They both looked at it and laughed like it was an inside joke. He said something that made her blush, and then she leaned closer, whispering something in his ear. They didn't touch beyond that, but the intimacy, the familiarity, was undeniable. The truth hit me harder than any physical blow could have. The skin gel was just a lie, a cover-up for their secret meetings. I couldn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw them together, laughing behind my back. I didn't confront her immediately. Instead, I copied the video to my phone and waited. The next morning, I acted as if nothing had happened. I made her coffee and kissed her cheek before she went to work. It was painful pretending to be the man she thought she could fool. That evening, when she returned, I sat her down. I told her calmly that I had installed a camera because I was worried about some missing cash and items. Her face went pale. Before I could even mention the footage, she started trembling. You put up a camera," she stammered. I nodded. Then I showed her the video. She didn't even try to deny it. Tears rolled down her face as she kept saying, "It wasn't what it looked like." But what else could it be? She admitted that she had been meeting Alex for months. They hadn't gone too far, she said, but they were emotionally involved, something she couldn't explain. The gel was just an excuse to sneak out and see him. I sat there in silence, feeling a mix of anger and disappointment. It wasn't just the betrayal of love, it was the betrayal of trust. The lies about something so small had grown into something much bigger. She begged me for forgiveness, saying she didn't mean for it to happen. But I couldn't find the strength to believe her anymore. In the days that followed, the house felt empty. She moved out to stay with her sister, and I spent my nights staring at the space where she used to sit. I didn't feel hatred, just exhaustion. Sometimes, betrayal doesn't scream, it whispers, wrapped in small lies that sound harmless until they destroy everything. A few weeks later, I received a letter from her. She said she was sorry and wished she could turn back time. I didn't reply. The damage was done. The truth had come out, not through arguments or suspicion, but through a quiet camera and a lie about skin gel. Now, when people ask why I don't trust so easily anymore, I simply smile and say, because sometimes, even a small lie tells the biggest truth. It's a lesson I never wanted to learn, but one I'll never forget.